It's the second day of the Congress of Bolivarian Historical Bloc in Venezuela, and our correspondent Belén de Los Santos is there with the details we must know about this event. Hi, Belén.
Hi, Ale. Thank you for greeting me. And exactly as you were saying, this is the second day of the Grand Congress of the Historic Bolivarian Bloc here in Caracas. And as you were also saying, this is an important exercise of democratic participation. What does that mean? This means a way of thinking. This is an exercise of how to build a democratic system that is built not from the top down, but from the basis up. So that is what is happening here in Caracas. And this process, as we were saying throughout the day, does not begin here, did not begin yesterday when the Congress started, but it began months ago with assemblies all over the territory, and this is just the culmination of that process. This process of democratic participation is being described as the 5 generations. That means all the generations that make up the Venezuelan population, from the youth to the elderly, from those who participated in these important first parts of the revolutionary process to the youth who are being brought up in this process and are now carrying along the struggle. So the 5 generations and the seven forces, that means all the forces that compose, again, the Venezuelan sectors. What does this mean? This means the political forces, so the party, for instance, and also the forces that have to do with the social forces, civil forces. In this we have also the communal power, the popular power that plays such an important role in the construction of Venezuelan socialism, and this together with the productive sources. So we are talking about the different generations of Venezuela, the different sectors of Venezuela coming together to debate on the 7 transformations. And what are the 7 transformations? Those are the 7 key aspects in which the government has laid a plan to transform, to continue working in this construction of socialism in the coming years. These 7 transformations go from the reviewing of strengthening independence, modernizing the economy, also matters related to security, among others. Also, the ecology and climate change play a very important role in these discussions. And these are the topics that are being debated, as we were saying, in the assemblies that are being underway today. Yesterday was the opening day, and today is the working day when delegates from all over Venezuela are coming together with their proposals. So just to take us into a little bit of what is happening within these assemblies. For example, in the one that discusses political participation and popular power, there's been a lot of talk regarding to how to strengthen the communal power, the communes that are such an important role and such an important factor in this socialist model that was thought out and designed by Hugo Chavez and is now being carried out. So everything related to how to strengthen those powers within the territories in an everyday basis is being discussed in that assembly. And as that, for example, regarding the economy, also a lot is being said about the importance of the production of food, for example, and how this has played a key role during the past years when the Venezuela has really had to step up its production in terms of making face to the coercive measures that have been imposed from the international powers. So that's a little bit of what's happening here.
Well, as we are seeing in the images, the indigenous communities are the protagonists of today's debates. What role are they playing in drafting strategies, political strategies, in the framework of this Grand Congress?
Yes, Ale, so this what you're saying is very important, and I don't know if you can hear, but there's a little bit of a party starting because the day is coming to a close, and this is also a celebration of the different militants and sectors that are coming together. You were talking about the indigenous communities, and exactly we were saying that different sectors are coming together, and we are talking about women, workers from different sectors, the rural workers, and also the indigenous communities. We were talking to one of the indigenous leaders just hours ago, and she was telling us how important it was that they were participating, not only participating in the Congress, but participating with delegates in all of the assemblies, in all of the working tables. And this is to bring their vision to the table to discuss how is Venezuela going to face its transformation of economy, how is it going to face its transformation of the environment, how is it going to face a world that is increasingly dealing with the effects of climate change. Well, the indigenous communities have a lot to put on the table regarding their vision, for example, of their territories, of their land, of a different model that is not the capitalistic model of thinking about production and the relationship with the land. So that is one of the things, and why it's very important to incorporate this into the discussion, and also one of the things that both this leader was saying, but also a lot of the leaders that have come here to Caracas are mentioning, is the importance to highlight how new and innovative this way of coming together is in the designing of a plan of government for the coming years, because what is at play here in Caracas today in this Congress is the possibility that the design of a government in its key strategic areas is not going to be done in a desk in the high offices of a government, but is being done in every territory, in every commune. It's being debated today, and tomorrow we will have a draft with the conclusions, and that will play a key role in the years to come. So that is what is happening here, and that's why it's so important to have all sectors of society participating.
Thank you, Bel. Thank you for all the information. We will keep in touch.